It's time for another rendition of Next Big Thing I've chosen for my vessel of improvisation. The mighty toasted bread, aka toast. It's great for on the go, quick bite to eat. And there, of course, are endless variations of how to top it. Simple butter, exuberant hazelnut spread, aka Nutella. Perhaps a little bit of beans on toast across the pond. Or if you're a little more millennial, some avocado toast. But you get my point. So let's dive right in to another whole round of strange and wondrous items to place upon the toasted bread. Here are the toast toppings that I've selected. The default or benchmark will be peanut butter because it straddles the line between savory and sweet and is a mainstay, at least in America, on toast. Then we'll have charcuterie, tiramisu, 7-layer dip, fruit salad, crab salad, and breakfast cereal. You can see that there are 3 sweet and 3 savory alternating. Peanut butter, the OG. First off here, peanut butter, very easy. Just take a jar of peanut butter and slather it on your toast. The hardest thing about PB peanut butter toast is keeping little hands from stealing it right off the table. Don't worry, little one, you will get some in due time. In due time. Hiya. Charcuterie, a taste of meat, cheese, and other assortments. Charcuterie, you're going to get a selection of fancy meats and cheeses. I think these are some smoked cheeses, different like Italian salamis, and I'm going to kind of slice them up, get a good cross section of them all, and layer it on. Of course, charcuterie boards can have all sorts of things on it, but I'm going to lean hard into the meat and cheese. Have it as the layers of my canvas of flavor, as it were. So you can really figure out whatever layering you want, how deep you want it to go. I'm doing about 2 to 3 layers, kind of getting each kind of meat, each kind of cheese. And then I'm going to put a green olive on the side. Now I know olives can be polarizing, but I personally love them, so eat at your discretion. Tiramisu, elegant. Dare I say, duplicable? Next, we have what I am calling tiramisu paste here. This is mascarpone cheese with sugar and rum, so the components of some tiramisu right in there. Just slather it on nice and thick. And then you're going to add some instant espresso powder. It's a little tricky to get this on right. You want it coated enough to get everywhere, but not too thick so it's bitter. Sort of a tight game. Now, of course, if you've forgotten to have your coffee in the morning and this is your breakfast, you can just layer that espresso on thick and have coffee and food all at once. Huzzah! 7-layer dip. 7 layers of Tex-Mex fun. This is certainly the most convoluted, the 7-layer dip, but fairly simple once you've got all your components. I start with a base of refried beans and just spread it out there. Then I'm going to move on with some seasoned beef. Now, of course, you could switch out this layer with something else, and if you want to do this vegetarian or some other setup here, but I'm going to go with beef. Next, either guacamole or, like I have here, just mashed avocado. Either one will do just fine. Get that on there. This is certainly going to be the tallest, the most loaded. It's hard to get 7 layers on without making a mound. Speaking of mounds, we'll go along and pile another layer. This is going to be sour cream. From there, I have some black olives. At least in the Midwest, you put black olives on tacos for some reason. And I've only had 7-layer dip in the Midwest, so we're going to go with it. penultimate layer is some salsa, and top all that finale with some shredded cheese. And there you go. Fruit salad. Salad made from fruit. So I'm taking the fruit pizza type of route with having a cream cheese base. Now, of course, you could mix up just a fruit salad with whipped cream, whatever, and do it from there, but I thought this was a little more elegant and blended with the toast because you also sometimes put sour cream on toast, or at least toast-like objects. So just get a nice thick layer of cream cheese and then layer your fruit of choice. I like going with banana. Fill that out. Strawberry. And then finalize with some kiwi. Now you could put some berries in here as you want. Really, the sky's the limit. The fruit is your oyster, as it were. That makes absolutely no sense, but I have to fill time somehow. So voila, fruit salad. Crab salad. Salad made from crabs. Or imitation crab. This is straightforward. Make crab salad or buy homemade crab salad and put on toast. This is a homemade version using imitation crab. Just mayo, some seasonings, a little bit of lemon juice. Nothing fancy, but does the purpose. Breakfast cereal. Part of this interesting breakfast. Okay, for breakfast cereal, I start out with some sweetened and condensed milk as the milk sort of aspect. Try to get that layered on. And the nice thing about breakfast cereal is really there's all sorts of variations you could do. Any sort of breakfast cereal you could throw on here. I've chosen essentially Captain Crunch or the off-brand. I've smashed them up a little bit to be able to spread it a little bit more. And once it fills all those nooks and crannies, you've got yourself breakfast cereal on toast. Look at that. So, this is what I found by judging. I had 7 judges. The first was the peanut butter, averaged 6 or 7, though we did have one judge who gave it a pretty low scoring. Next was charcuterie, which scored very well, ranging from 9 down to about 5, so pretty decent there. Tiramisu, a lower range, had 3s, 4s, and 5s. Do have 9s, but even all the way down to 2, so really almost the whole range. So very mixed bag. 7-layer dip did phenomenal. The lowest was 8.5 and going up to 9.5, a near perfect score. Fruit salad was pretty low, 4s and 5s being the most likely. The highest anyone rated was 7.5. Then crab salad did fairly well as well, 8s and 9s. It's pretty typical. The lowest was 7. And then breakfast cereal ranged from 8, 6, all the way down to 2. So again, kind of a wide ranging mixed bag. So the totals here, what we find is that peanut butter, so that's sort of the benchmark. We had ones that were above it, was certainly charcuterie, 7-layer dip, and crab salad. While the ones that were below it were tiramisu, fruit salad, and breakfast cereal. It's sort of very interesting. All the savory ones did better. All the sweet ones did worse. And the highest average one ended up being 7-layer dip, followed closely by crab salad. The lowest ranking one was, in fact, breakfast cereal, followed by fruit salad. Taking a look at a statistical analysis, what I found here was compared to peanut butter as the benchmark. Over here, the only ones that were significantly different, was crab salad and 7-layer dip, which were both better. So, Looks like those won out. So maybe you'll be seeing at your next trendy breakfast spot a 7-layer dip on toast, or maybe if it's not the morning anymore and in mid-afternoon, you could have crab salad on toast. Thanks for joining me. May your toast stay crispy and your awesomes be braced.